Strap yourselves in. It is an auction draft. It is industry pickup. We'll see how it goes. Michael Bolton.
Thanks, Josh. It's Michael Bolton here, and it's time for another episode of the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, indeed.
You are Locked On Fantasy, your daily NBA fantasy podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast, brought to you by Basketball Monster. My name is Josh Lloyd, and I would like to dip my bald head in oil and rub it all over your body. I'm also the lead fantasy analyst at basketballmonster.com, and you can find me on Twitter as always, at redrock_bball, on TikTok at redrock_bball, and on Instagram at Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Start your season with a big return on FanDuel. Place your first $5 bet and get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Go to FanDuel.com to get started. Thank you also for making Locked On Fantasy Basketball your first listen every day. We are free and we are available on all platforms. So, we're ready to go. People go, Josh, you're going to show your real drafts. Every one of my drafts so far has been a slow draft. And we did the show that recapped those 2-3 days ago, showed all the rosters from those. There's one still going for that at the moment, plus Draft and Stash, which just finished. But this is a real draft. This is an industry pickup. This is an auction head-to-head draft. It's going to be a long time, and I'm probably not going to talk as much in this one. Auctions are always hard to podcast about and to do at the same time, and there's a lot of smart people in this draft also. So, we'll see how it all goes. Before we do that, so we have an unencumbered run at things, I'm going to tell you though, today's episode is brought to you by Hims. Guys, intimate moments can happen spontaneously, and you always want to be ready so you can perform in the bedroom. Hims provides access to treatments that can help you stay hard and last longer, giving you that boost of confidence that you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing you with access to affordable sexual health treatments from the comfort of your couch. Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments like chewable hard mints, Viagra, and Cialis, and their generics for up to 95% cheaper. The process is also 100% online, so there's no need for uncomfortable doctor's visits, and no insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/lockedon. That is HIMS.com/lockedon for your personalized ED treatment options. Hims.com/lockedon. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Today's episode is also brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Start the season with a big return on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. When you're watching a game, sitting there in the middle of the game, and you're watching and you got a hunch something's happening, and you want to be really, really tuned in. Well, when you open up your FanDuel app and you go to see what bets are available for you to place, you check it out there, but in that same page, you can see all of the live stats. You can see all of the live play-by-play information. Instead of having to rely just on what you saw, you can combine that with all the data all in one screen to make that bet. And as a new customer, if you place your first $5 bet, you get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. So check it out at FanDuel.com, and don't forget to gamble responsibly. All right, if you don't remember Industry Pickup, it is a league that I created alongside Alex Raclean and B-Dub last season, just to bring fantasy analysts together into a bunch of 12-team leagues. We started with one as a trial last season. We've expanded it out to 3, sort of in the vein, if fantasy baseball people would know, of Tout Wars and Labor and leagues along those lines. Things that we can hopefully get a long track record of establishing. Rhett Bauer won Industry Pickup last season. I finished first in the regular season, got knocked out in the semis by Rhett, I think. It was Rhett that knocked me out. And it was Mitch Casey who took on Drew Dinkmeyer in the other semifinal. He made it through and lost to Rhett in the final. We've expanded it out now. So there's a snake roto, a head-to-head snake, and a head-to-head auction. So I'm in the auction portion of it. We might as well just go into the room now because we are getting ready to get started, and then we'll go. Let's go to the draft room. All right. Now, let's pay attention to what we're doing here. Got my prices up, got my draft board up, and ready to go. We are 26 seconds away. Where am I nominating? 5th. So we've got Mitch Casey's in here. Kyle McEwen's in here. Alex Burns is in here. Josh and Evan from Point Mate are in here. Angle Fantasy Basketball's in here. Kingy's in here. Jacob from Fantasy Trash Talk is in here. Willie from Established the Runners in here. Joel Buttalotta from Roto World is in here. Or Roto Wire, sorry. Sam and Liam from Point Mate are in here. And Karan Tawa is in here, who you've seen in many spots. As my alarm goes off telling me the draft is ready to start. All right, let's go. Mitch, let's nominate someone. Luka Dončić is up. I will not be bidding on Luka. I am going to be trying my balanced style, but I'm ready to adjust with everyone here. No one's bidding. All right, let's get this go. Let's get this rolling, my guys. Remember, this is going to take a while. We've also got 14-man rosters instead of your default Yahoo 13. 14 is default on Fantrax as well, and it should be default everywhere. We don't. It doesn't make any sense to have situations where there are 13-man rosters. Just it makes no sense at all, and I've talked about that a million times. All right, so Jacob's going in here on Luka Dončić. I want to get this number up over 60 if possible. Yeah, I want it over 60. Hopefully, I get it higher, even to 70. It's still very low. People are a bit... Okay, so this is an interesting start. This number is very low. And I'm in front at $51. All right, so Willie, I need... Okay, these guys keep going up, guys. I don't really want Luka, but these prices are just the beginning. All right, I got Luka for $54. I'm okay with that. That was not how I wanted to enter this draft. But $54, like for example, Luka's average money on Yahoo is 70. I had him priced at over 60. I'll take it. And now, I do not touch Joel Embiid. But what I do for my next maneuver as I wait on this Embiid pricing, I'm not touching this one. Let's get... I don't want to get Kawhi because I think someone might slip him through for $1. What I might do, obviously, Luka, 2-game playoff week, right? But that is where I think I got enough value on that for that to be okay. Who am I going to nominate for my one? Actually, you know what? Let's just get Wemby out of the way because I just want more money off because I've already lost money, so I want more money out of there. And I want to see how that price then goes because the last auction mock we did, Wemby went for $92. Now, if Wemby goes for 92 and I get Dončić for 54, I'm loving it. If Wemby goes for 58 and I got Dončić for 54, then I don't like it. Then it means everyone is being very cautious, and that is maybe not something I want to do. So, or not want to do. That won't be a positive for me, and I'll have to recover in other areas. LaMelo Ball, chucked out by Alex Burns. Even though I took Dončić, and that is a quarter of my budget, I still won't be going on the old Stars and Scrubs. But I do want to make sure I get this LaMelo Ball price up. It has to go over 40. If I get him for 36, I'll take it. Okay. I think I might leave out on this one now. I feel like the Fantrax auction room has changed. It's listing it not by what order you pick the guys in, but by position. Which I'm not going to say I hate. I'll just extend it down so we can see all positions. Interesting development. So you can't really see the top of the queue there, but I think it's okay. We can see the chat. We can see the name, which is obviously LaMelo. I just want to make sure my head is not heading into the way. It actually is. I'm going to move my head into the queue. Let's get that looking better. I'll move that just because I think it's in a spot that's not ideal. There we go. So now you can see all the bidding numbers. My bad. Ball went for 40. Wembanyama has been nominated. Kingy threw $2 on him. Thanks, King. That's useful. Maybe I'd just bring that up a little bit, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll bring up a little bit. 52. Come on, guys. This needs to hit 70 to make me feel better about 54. I'm not bidding on it. I'm going to throw Jokic out there as well just to get more money out with my next nomination. All right, so I'm feeling good about this so far. Wemby's already up to $64. Jacob, Angle. Jacob very active in the bidding. No, don't stall out there. Whoa, I thought I was going to stall out at 65. This needs to hit 70 for me to feel much better about myself. Well, I never will feel better about myself, you know what I mean? Oh, it's stalling out. Oh, that is... Okay, so, all right, now it is set. We know what is happening in this draft. I'm going to just throw... You know what? Screw this. Let's just go. $50 on Jokic. I'm not throwing out at $1. I'm not taking Jokic, but I think that other people... Hopefully other people are recording some videos on this, but I think that other people will be doing it and they'll be going, oh my God, Wemby's so cheap. And so my theory there of throwing Jokic out next is they go, Wemby went so cheap, let's make sure we get Dončić and see if we get a bargain. And then maybe it bids up. Not Dončić, Jokic, and it pushes over 70. So we're already at 64 for Jokic. I think people will be a bit worried to go ahead of the Wembanyama price, but I think they will. There you go, already at 67. This one might push 70. I think there's a chance of it because you can't get Wemby anymore. Obviously, there you go. Jokic more than Wemby. Psychology and auctions, you're never going to be able to easily predict it, but there are definitely those factors at play. He only went for 68. It's not like it's crazy high, but he went, wow, Angle went Wemby and Jokic. And he got him at good prices. That is an intriguing start. Now, Angle throws out Kawhi, and I will 100% leave this one alone. That is a crazy... He's got Wemby and Jokic. That is your ultimate stars and scrubs. He's got $54 there for 12 players. No, sorry, 65 for 12 players. That's going to make him... Do I counter that by trying to get Shea onto my team? The prices are crazy. They're very low. Like, very low. These are... If you are doing a Yahoo auction draft, your prices are going to be $20 higher than these. What is Kawhi Leonard going for? 12, 13? I'm not touching this one at all. Will Curran do it? Curran's bidding. He's trying to go the... Oh, no, sorry. He took LaMelo. Who took Embiid? Willie. Would Willie go both? No, he's not in. He's not in on it. Kawhi at $14. It's not... Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want him. It could work out. He could play 20 games. I don't know. All right, so let's try the Shea. Let's try and... Oh, I don't want to. Can I add Shea into my little coven? I don't think he's a $50 player exactly, but Jacob bidding on everyone and not getting anyone, but maybe that's his ploy. 47. I might pull out Giggity at 49. That would be my last bid. I don't want those two guys. The reason why I don't like, and that team on paper, Angle's team on paper might very easily, and probably does, win the projected standings game. But when you invest that much money in, that's part of why I was interested in Dončić and thought he was going for a cheaper price, but was debating it, is that if they get hurt, if one of those guys gets hurt, you've got nothing. You're in real trouble. You don't have a second round, a third round, a fourth rounder to back it up. You lose one of those guys, and the best sort of value player is a seventh rounder that's left. Shea goes for $59. So Shea goes for more than Dončić. So now that makes me feel better about $54 on Dončić. Not to say that he's necessarily better, but to get $5 cheaper feels a little bit better. That was Willie who took Shea at 59. So he's got Shea and Embiid. Giannis. I think probably the major reason why I don't like the stars and scrubs is that an injury it kills you. You're cooked from it. It also impacts your ability to do much else throughout the rest of the draft because everyone else will outbid you, and you'll get into situations where you've just got to wait for the very end of the draft to take all these $1 players. That's obviously not where Angle is at the moment. But if he gets a third player there for $40 or something, then he's in real trouble if he can't do anything else. I'm not bidding here on Giannis at all. He goes for $50. Nice pricing there to Alex. So now we watch what Alex does in terms of how he approaches the rest of his team. Does he just target the free throw guys? We'll find out. Toast Halliburton. I'm trying to work out what sort of valuing I've got of him. About a bit under a $40 player. He's already over 40, so we will pull out of that one. Still going to have the same sort of approach in terms of taking $1 flyers on guys. Your Strouthers, Clowney. Even though Clowney's not going to start. We'll see. You know what a name is who I will throw out at some point. I don't think anyone will get into the Dalton Knecht business. The other one I'll throw out is Zach Edey. Also, unbelievable example of highlight reel bias on Zach Edey. Remember the game before? Edey had 38 usage, scored 23 points off the bench, and everyone again, my God, you're all overthinking it. This is the greatest. He was the greatest college player we've seen in recent memory. Why did people let him slide and think he wasn't going to be good? Everyone heard that. And he had a really good game. And then the next game he started, played 20 minutes, had 7 points on 28% shooting, and no one mentions it, apart from me. And I look like the bad guy that's the hater. But when we play fantasy, the reason I bring it up is when we play fantasy, you don't get to pick and choose just a good game. It all counts. Every part of this counts when evaluating a player, when using a player. It all counts. And the highlight reel bias is the discussion of Dalton Knecht scoring 20 points in the second half without mentioning that he shot 27% from 3 for the 4 games prior. It's about that huge Zach Edey game. What a steal, unbelievable. Why'd everyone overthink it? And then he has 7 points on 28% shooting. And majority of people won't even know that happened because of how social media and the media works. And that is why I bring it up. Not to be a hater, not to say they're bad, not to bring them down, but to actually provide the whole picture, because that is what we do. We have to deal with the whole picture. Anthony Davis going for $50 here. Same as Giannis, okay, more than Giannis. So I'm feeling now, obviously the 2-game week in the finals of industry pickup for Dončić will not be awesome for me. But I'm getting Dončić at almost the same price as Davis, who's at 52 now. So, and those Wemby and Jokic prices look amazing. I still wouldn't want to do it, but they look amazing now. So I'm really enjoying that. All right. Some might say that I'm back. I don't know. What other troll picks can I put into the queue? Not troll picks, but ones that I want to see. Well, there goes Tatum. I am just not going to be involved in this at all. So we are going a little bit under on value at the moment. So everyone is a little bit under because I've got the Basketball Monster draft tracker, which adjusts prices based on who's gone, who hasn't, all that sort of stuff. So we're running a little bit under at the moment, which is always good to know where we sit and how we then adjust ourselves to see what the general temperature of the room is. But we're running a little bit under based on what my projections have the dollars at, and my projections on the top end guys are almost always lower than the general consensus. So we are well under that general consensus idea. Tatum up to 42. Alex Burns adding Tatum to Giannis. Well, I'll say this, it's a pairing. We'll see how it works, but there are now 1, 2, 3 teams who have got 2 players. The smart guys, Mitch, Kyle, Joel, and the Sam and Liam team, they haven't got any players yet. That's smart. Wish I could be like that someday. Ant Edwards. Oh, he was going to be one of my picks that I threw out there just to try and get some extra money out of there. The risk I run, like if I chucked a troll of Dalton Knecht out, and it's not really a troll, it's just to see how people buy, is that no one takes him and I get him for $1 and I don't want him. Zach Edey one, though, will get people talking and biting and doing something on it. And it will just sort of mixes up the ideas because we all sort of, most of this we run in, and I did it too because I chucked a big name out there to get some money off. But most of us do this in sort of almost an order of a snake because that's how we're used to processing where they come off the board. And if you start to mix it up a lot, people can be like, oh, I'll just get one of these centers later. And if they all went, then it does change some of people's calculus. Kevin Durant. Edwards went for 33. Okay. I think that's actually sort of about the right spot. Durant sitting at 25. I'm not that in on Durant this season. You know how I think there are some risks associated with him for the season, but he should be at least getting close to 30. So this pricing is good. Edwards went to the Kawhi team. Wow, that is okay. Interesting. I think this is about right for Durant in my mind. Remember, we do have one extra roster spot in here compared to standard. That'll almost assuredly just be a $1 player, but it means that there are $14 or $12 around that don't get spread to other spots. So not that accounts for all of the lower pricing. Wow, Durant at 30, 31. Good. Get good. Keep doing good. Do it. Do it. That wasn't a bad Palpatine. Well, I thought that was all right. It came out okay. Durant for $30. Good. It's not my turn to nominate yet, is it? Now it's Kyle's. He throws out the Donovan Mitchell, who, if I can get it for 30, I would love. Almost definitely won't. Ooh, Mitchie just throws a quick 25 on him. I like that. I like the balls out. Let's just get the numbers up there. Let's just not muck around with it. Wow. All right, so these guys now, I don't like, where Sam and Liam and Josh and Evan went from 26 to 30, but now we are going way too high. In my mind, anyway. Not that it's an easy argument to say that Mitchell's better than Edwards. I get that. Didn't expect it at $34. But I enjoy that coming off the board. To be honest, I have Mitchell as about a $35 player here. I just don't want to spend it. I want to be able to cut back a little bit of money. And like I said earlier, I thought some value on where I have Dončić. I had him as like a $60 player. So I got him at 54. So I'm happy to get that extra bit of value. Don Mitchell pushing up here to be the same price almost as LaMelo is market correction somewhat. A lot of money early didn't go off. Some of the mids are pushing up somewhat. I'm not calling Don Mitchell mid. I mean like the mid-priced guys. Alex Burns nominates Chesterfield Holmgren. He has a real shot to be a $40 guy here. I have a real shot to definitely not do that. Dun, 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 dun. 30 for me would be my max out, I think. But again, we'll notice these are just all top-end players. Young is available still. Harden's available still. I am going to mix this up by throwing Zach Edey out next, and we will see how all of these folk respond. I think Edey should be like a $2 player, maybe. Wow, Chet's up to 34. Again, comparison. Edwards 33. Embiid 35. We know why though. $34 on Cheddar. This sounds like... Oh, it's not me yet, is it? It's the other Josh. Too many Joshes. He's probably just going to throw out Trey, I reckon. The old get money off the board mantra is a great one. Sometimes you just got to mix it up a bit, though. Trey Young. I do like Trey. I would be happy to get him for 30. I don't think I will. Current bid is $21. That's great. Hey, I didn't mean to push that. That jumped up way too high. I do not want $36 here. Please, somebody else jump in. Thank you. God, that was annoying. I thought I was hitting it at 27 or whatever it was. But, wow, we're at 41. See, that I don't get. Why would he bid 37 and him just throw 41 on it? You probably could have got him for 38. I love the bump. I love the bump up. Not at that area, though. He got saved because his mates are jumping on top again. I would never do that. Would never add a $4 extra when we're at limit already. $43 for Trae Young is... I love Trae Young. Let's do it. Let's throw Zach Edey out there. Let's see. I reckon he might push to $9 is my guess, and I don't think he's worth that. Come on, guys. Kingy gets 2. Someone else will jump in. No one's going higher? Oh, angle 4. Okay. This is one of my sneaky strategies. Just chuck a random in who's a $2 player who should go for like 9. There we go. Come on. Because you've all got that extra bit of cash around. You think you'll splash it and then you'll regret it later on when you see other good players go for $1 or $2. There we go. Keep going, boys. Keep going. $7. You're joking. Keep it going. $8. Oh, what was my prediction? 9. Come on. Let's do it. Let's hit it. Let's do it. Oh my God, Kingy. Let's go. $9. Dun, 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 dun. Someone hit 10. Not yes. That is what the kids call a massive W. Hey, Zach Edey might be worth $9. I don't know. But I'm happy that we did that. Very happy on that. Jim Harden. Let me give you guys one of the best pieces of advice you will get for fantasy as I just watch this price and sort of work out where I want to sit on it. If I get it for 30, I will. If you are choosing your fantasy team name and you decide I'm going to go Harden in the paint, it's been done. It's probably 20 million fantasy teams have been called that. Let's just find a different slant. Move on. Save you guys from just recycling the same name. Kawhi Mia River, also been done. Don't need to do that one. Chef Curry, probably been done as well. $35 for Jimmy. I am interested. I probably won't, but I am... This is sort of right on price. I want to get more guys in the $28 zone, like the DeJountes, Jalen Williamses, Şengün's. But if this gets to 40, I'll be very happy. Just in case you're unaware, Lonnie Walker cut by the Celtics today. Did not make the final roster. For everyone complaining about how cooked the CBA was because Lonnie couldn't get a contract. There you go. $40 for Joel Bartolotto. So he joins the fray. So only one person, Kyle, who is running a very, very strong campaign, sits with all of their money left. I grabbed the first guy, and now I've just been twiddling the old Dixie stick. There goes Domantas Sabonis. What is a Dixie stick? Is that even a real thing? I don't think so. Sabonis, who should be close to like a $40-ish player. He would make an element of sense for me if I get him at the right dollar he does, which I almost definitely won't. Here's a question for you guys. Given the state of things, the addition of DeRozan, Towns moving to the Knicks, who do you prefer? Towns or Sabonis? I think 90% of you will say Sabonis. I'm not so sure it'll end up that way. And basically, after those first, like Wemby and Jokic going under, although they went under, but they went at about the price that I think they should have gone at, everyone's sort of hitting the right mark, which suggests to me that what about A through D, Josh? That either A, everyone is looking at my projections of prices. That's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Or everyone's got a similar idea on how to value players and how to attack an auction. That's probably more likely. So now we get to Julius, the double royal Randle, who is always intriguing to me because I like the points, rebounds, and assists. I like the stability of those categories, and I like the fact that he usually gets undervalued for specific reasons. So if I've got him as a $17 player, and I can get him for 9, well, I won't, because if he went up to 10, then I would do it. I think the way that this draft is shaped out were pretty even spreads across the board. To me, it's going to be, I think, a case of Where is value appearing? There will be punting involved, yes, but not at an exclusive. We have to only get these guys. But it's where is value appearing? And Randall could have value at $15. It's not a bad price. I think I'll leave it. There's always uncertainty, someone on a new team as well. Especially as a star level player, there's always a level of uncertainty about how that works. And I'm pretty sure it's Kevin Pelton who's done the research on that player on a new team and how their stats drop in year one. LeBron. Okay. What do we see? Look, LeBron, if we knew health, which we don't, he's probably a $40 player. He's sitting at 14, so I'm not going to let that happen. So I'll knock off for the age and health. I've also probably got to reduce some of LeBron's pricing because Dalton Knecht's about to take over the team. So just got to be wary of that part of it too. I'm just going to do a double check on the Basketball Monster Draft Tracker. Is pricing up or down? We're still running a little bit underpriced on players. Only 29 for LeBron. I think 30 would max me out. I'll take him at 29. Even though I've got him as like a $41 player, I probably have it like 31, 32 more realistically. Oh, Sam, you just snuck it in, didn't you? You just snuck it in at $30. I don't think I'll take LeBron at more than that. $30, good price. So who's got three players? Sam and Liam do. Durant and LeBron. Scotland Barnes. All right, here we go. When you can get a chance to get your favorite player who plays for your favorite team in your favorite country, I've got to be really locked in here. He should be pushing $30. I imagine most of these guys will go higher. He looked really good yesterday in the preseason game. The defensive stats were there. The scoring was there. I'll take him for 30. No, I won't let that slide for 30. I won't go too much. Yeah, okay. I don't think that I want to hit anybody else over 30. The one I'm going to watch is Towns because I'm not sure that people will value him quite as high as I do. $34 on Barnes. That's almost the same price as Joel Embiid and almost up to Sabonis pricing. All right. So again, everyone's sort of just hitting the right spots. Who's nominating? Sam and Liam. Point made, man. They just got the whole cruise in here. Devin Booker. He's probably another close to $35 player. Actually, don't have him that high, but hopefully somebody in here does. I just now, when there's a bunch of guys here I'm not interested in. Also interesting, Steph not going. Who's another buzzy name that I can consider who's a draftable player? Killian Hayes also cut, by the way. And someone by the name of Alex Reese signed a contract with the Thunder to be because he's a center, and they, like I said the other day, they've got nobody. There's Chet and no other centers. Brook Lopez, Karen, that is a interesting deep pull. An interesting deep pull that I will not be involved in. He's already, yeah, good. Keep it going, good. Keep it going. Take the money out. Keep it $6. Keep it taking, guys. Keep it. Oh my God! Please get to 10. Okay, this is what if we're getting Edie and Lopez going. Oh my God! Let's actually go. What is happening in this draft? There is going to be the top end bit cheaper. These two back end guys way above. Hopefully this opens up some nice value for me in the middle. Not that that's a huge amount. It doesn't waste that much money off these guys' budgets. But old mate Willie, already got 4 players. But this should open up some stuff because, like I said, everyone was going underpriced. That's too overpriced now. Not enough to catch it up. But it's a good recalibration. Mitchie throwing out Steph. Steph should be around a $40 player. By the way, what do you guys think of the hair? Like, normally I shave my head that the barber does it, and they do it down to a half. But I bought like the Manscaped, not sponsored, head shaver, and it goes down so close, just for ease of me just tidying it up at home. So it's like full bald now. It just feels so different. This is what you came for an auction. $35 Jacob takes Steph up to, which is reasonable for what he's going to bring. I think it's reasonable, but extra usage, his age, it is risky, but, you know. I'm also just in a spot where I don't think I want to do it. Kyle, can you bid on somebody? I'll not bid on someone, win a bid, but he is approaching this really well. If I didn't get that value in Dončić, and I wasn't fully in on that pick, to be honest, I'd be probably sitting where Kyle is now. It can be nerve-wracking, and you got to make sure you don't leave it too long. Once you get to about pick 30, 40 nominated, then you want to hit like 10 of the next 20 guys onto your roster. So I'm 100%, I don't even care about Kyrie here. I'm not adding Kyrie onto a Dončić team. It's not happening in head-to-head. Do not do it. You will regret it. It is a terrible decision. Do not do it. By the way, this guy didn't never apply to me, but someone left a comment. So we're filling in time here while Kyrie goes. $28. He's like, man, I can't listen to this guy mispronounce all these players' names all the time. And it really bugged me, because I don't think there is anybody in the entire NBA media who pays as much attention or works as hard as I do. There might be some who still do it, who works as hard as I do to make sure I pronounce players' names correct. So that guy, I don't know what he was talking about. If you're watching again, that guy, what are you talking about? Because it's bugged me. Like, who do I mispronounce? Which name am I saying wrong? The answer is nobody, but I want to know what he thinks I'm saying wrong. Alperen Şengün. I think that we might actually get a nice overspend going here. If that pushes to 30 plus, I think we are in business. Let's find out. I think he's in mid-20s. Ooh, Kyle, you're in. Do I bid Kyle up? Because Şengün will make sense to me, and then if I can get Kyle into the game, that's good for me too. Come on, Kyle, let's go. 28 still works for me at Şengün. I think there is a chance. Oh, come on, Kyle. Do you want to do one more? How hard do you want it? One more. Come on. You got one more in you, Kyle. This is my last one, by the way. I'm using a blend of... I'm looking at the Yahoo average pricing. I'm looking at my minus $1 pricing. I'm looking at my straight regular pricing. I'm looking at my Durant head-to-head dollars and just looking at a combination of all those prices, different metrics to sort of figure out where value sits. I got Şengün. I couldn't tempt Kyle to go any further. Some of my pricing has Şengün at about a $28 guy. Some of it has it at about a $32 guy. So I'm in the middle. That's what I wanted to hit. Şengün and Dončić also works as a combination, I think. Helps with my rebounds, which were disappearing off the board a little bit. And now goes Towns. Towns should hit 40. Whether he does or not is going to determine on how much I get in here. 31, 32. I'll sit there because, again, I don't want Oat to go over 30. Up to 33 already. That's good news. But, come on, guys. You cannot... Yeah, look, I'm in the... I don't want to spend over 30, but I also think Towns is a little bit underpriced here. Good. Thanks, Mitch. Mitch and Karen, just go back and forth on this one, please. You know when you, like, talk up a player, and it goes wrong all the time. But when you talk up a player like I did with Jim Harden early in the season, like I did with Towns as soon as the trade happened, it's always really interesting... Actually, I'll talk in a second. I'm just going to work out who I'm going to nominate here. All right, Cam Thomas time. Let's go. It's always... I'll talk... I just want to check out some Thomas stuff here. How do people value Cameron Thomas? Because currently he's at $1. All right, that's good. I'm looking at him as like at least like a $15 player. All right, so we might be able to sneak something through here. And then I'll talk about the Harden Town stuff. Although Thomas looked... His numbers, yes, they're terrible. That Nets team is dreadful. I'm not going to go higher than 10 there. Just there's a level of uncertainty. Like I do have him priced up, but there's a level of uncertainty that I'm not involving myself in. But as you'll notice, right, we'll see where this bidding stops. Curran's got him at 12. I think he's more valuable than that. He went for 12. Lopez went for 9 and Edie went for 9. To me, that is an outrageous difference. What I was saying about the Harden and Towns thing is that you put them out early and then you start to see as the time we get to draft time that everyone has joined you on that same position, and then you end up without really drafting Towns or Harden anywhere. You feel a little bit proud. You hope it works out, but you go, look, people came around to this idea. It might not work out. What are we up to? Ooh, the Bronco. It doesn't look like Jalen Williams will be missing any time or much time at all. We're still sitting at everyone marginally underpriced. So we're still probably a little bit under where we need to be. This is a very good price. Oh, I didn't want to hit that. Kyle jumped. That's the risk of leaving it to that 1 second if you both hit it at the same time. Didn't want to hit that. Did not want to hit that. All right, Kingy 20. Good. Not that I don't like Jalen Williams. I just wasn't that interested right there. I didn't feel value at that point. So Josh and Evan. Wow, we're pushed over 30 here. Okay. Can we go higher? I think we might have a couple more in us. Does it look like Kingy's hard punting? He's got Davis and Edie and now Jalen Williams. So he is punting assists. Right? I feel good about saying that about Kingy at the moment. We know he's going to lean into a big punt. He takes Jalen Williams for 30. Decent value. But again, everyone except for Kyle has taken a player. De'Aaron Fox. He should be at that similar price to the Bronco. Let's see how this draft room values that. It is sitting low at the moment. I am not letting that fall. Okay. I said Joel was Roto World before my bad. It is Roto Wire. I might have corrected myself. Josh and Evan, the point made, guys. The biggest bid legends I've seen. They're just in on everything, which I love. I love that for them. Fox at 27, less than Jalen Williams. A surprise to be sure. Jalen Brunson is available. I'm going to throw him into my queue because I want to actually... Well, there you go. I was going to nominate him, but Jacob did that for me. This is a mid-30s player that a chance to get for 28. All right, that's okay. Let's not waiting on this crap. What are we doing? Come on. Let's go. This should be mid-30s. And why are we stalling out in the mid-20s? Oh, man, it's good for me. Come on, Jacob. Come on. Jacob, I'm not mucking around. Do I want him? Maybe. But I want you to think that I want him. At that price, I want him. 31. I'll do it. I'll stop there, though. So really don't want to go over 30 again. Oh, hang on a second. Wait, what? 31 for Brunson. Thank you. So this has obviously turned out different to how auctions are usually going for me. But again, it's a bunch of guys who will run the same strategy as me at times. I didn't invent the strategy. It's one that I talk about a lot. And the reason I talk about a balanced build strategy is because almost, I guess you can argue it, but you can't really, is it that the value works every time. But if everyone does it, then you don't get as many value picks. And so then I've sort of changed my strategy in auctions like this, is that instead of just waiting and waiting and waiting, which is still valuable, if I find value, I'll just hit value where I find it. $5, $6 under, I'll get it. 7 under, I'll get it. Versus I must get all 12 players who are theoretically ranked between 20th and 50th, which is a great strategy. But if everyone's abiding by that, then the money doesn't go off the top. There's Bam goes for 27. I wasn't going to be in on that one. And to me, that's a little bit over on Bam. So I'm happy that went. But I think it's unambiguous that a balanced build is your best bet in a auction league unless you are going 10 teams or lower. Then Stars and Scrubs works better. It's all about how the players get priced in relation to the other players. Maximum Derek White here. I feel we might get an overpricing here. I've got him around a $20 guy. Well, maybe not. Kyle's still sitting around. Now, Kyle's in this position where the best player available is probably Damian Lillard. So he could load up on 4, 5 top 30 players. But the best guy available is Lillard. And some of you will be like, I wouldn't want a team like that. And I understand that. By the way, Derek White going higher than I thought, which is W. So Kyle's team is going to be one to watch. I love that. So I love the strategy. The best play, so there's a Lillard, Mobley, Maxey, Cunningham, Markin, and DeJounte, Tyrese. I said Maxey already, Morant. Bunch of guys you can get. We'll see how it plays out. But no one has completely blown their load. Even old mate Angle here, who took Wemby and Jokic early, he hasn't got anyone else, but he's still got money around to play with. So Derek White ends up with 22 to Mitch, who as a Celtics homer. I'm sure Mitch is very happy with that. We have 35 picks in here. And now it is Tyrese Maxey time, which I think will get some inflation here. I think this should push it over 30. I'm definitely in mid to low 20s if anyone wants to allow that to happen. The interesting thing about Fantrax as an auction site, they never put any projected dollar amounts. There's no average dollar amount. There's no projected dollar amounts. You just got to all think about it. Why did I bid on that one at 27? This is about the... Oh, yeah, okay. I've got him around a $27 player. 26, 27, around that mark. So hitting 28 is good. And Kyle's in. He's off and running. So $28, his first player, Tyrese Maxey. Let's see where we go from here. Everyone's in. We're all ready to go. Pascal Shakim. Maybe that's one of the names the guy didn't like me mispronouncing, where I deliberately mispronounced it. My apologies to Mr. Shakim and his extended Shakim family. This is anything over 20 here for him. I think he's probably going a little too high. We're at 20 already. I will leave... I get Siakam in a lot of my snake mocks. But he's going at a price which is higher than the usual snake price that he goes at, which is interesting. We're getting a little bit of middle round inflation here. We could be. Joel gets Siakam for 21, and that's a nice little... So he's got a look at that. Harden, Randall, Siakam, Bam. That's a really nice combination. 4 players in. Paul George, who is, mid-30s, but he will definitely not go for anywhere close to that. I want to just throw Jacob. I'm not going to let this stall out at 20 or at 15. Let's go to 20. I think you'll be able to get Paul George at a pretty good price. I don't want to do it because I don't know what they're doing. I don't know the full extent of this injury. It seems okay, but then there's going to be a lot of missed games, and I will leave that alone. But this is a $35 player that someone might hit big on. So if, say, Josh and Evan, who has got Kawhi there, and he hits a Paul George, it's a risky proposition, but at that price, man, that is unbelievably cheap. And if he didn't suffer that knee injury, I would have loved that. That's so Mitchie gets him for 23. I will not be adding Markkanen when I've got a two-game playoff week Luka Dončić. I just will not be in on this. Markkanen should be a $30 player, and I hope if it stalls at low 20s, I'm going to push it because I want money out. I'm going to make people think that I'm in here, but I'm not. But I do not want this. I want it to hit over $30. Come on. These two guys are... Yeah, okay. I can leave. Okay, good. Hit it to 30. Who's been your most impressive player in the preseason, by the way, guys? $28 on Markkanen. I'm going to go and have a look because at Basketball Monster, we do have fantasy rankings for the preseason. And I want to see who actually is sitting as the best player. Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, the best fantasy ranking from the preseason. That's interesting. Marketing goes for $29. All right, $22 for Jaren Jackson. What are my... I think I will target Jalen Johnson, honestly. This is... Jaren, I think, is going to go higher than I want. It's close. It's there. Leave it. I'm punting blocks, most likely, with this team. And that's where a lot of that value comes from. I want to be... Well, there's a lot available here, man. DeJounte, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, Lillard, Morant. Well, okay, Jalen Johnson time. I will go to mid-20s here. Kyle in here. This is a perfect pick for what Kyle is trying to do. He's got the money to bid me up. Oh, no. So I guess I'll go to 25. I'll go to 26, and then now I'm out. I'm out now, but that is... I'm pretty interested in what he's going to bring. His preseason numbers are based on insane shooting, so that's not going to hold. Kyle had the money to spend. I'm very glad to get extra money away from Kyle. Not that it's that much, but 27 is compared to who else went for 27. I'm happy to get that there. Darren Fox went for the same price, which is probably reasonable. Oh, it's my bid time. Vooch. Let's see. Vooch had a really good game yesterday. I like Vooch in that 60s range. You know my thoughts on Vooch. He's a bad real-life player, and if the Bulls realize it, then we're in trouble. But he could be a $10 to $15 player here very easily. And he actually makes a lot of sense on my team. I'll take 13, and I won't go higher. That is a very quick bid up, though, on old mate Vooch. But also, look at this. Remember, Edie, Lopez, $9. They're going to be two of my big reference points. That you throw them out early, and people will go, that's a good bargain, and they bargain themselves up to make it not a bargain. Vooch goes for 14. Joel thinks that that's a steal. Let's ask him. Steal, Joel? Ja Morant. Looks like he's going to be healthy, ready for the beginning of the season with the ankle problem. What are we doing? What are you doing? We're not wasting time here. Let's go. What is this? You're not all that much of tight asses. I'll take Ja for mid-20s. I think I actually might dip here, though. 23 is fine. It's about right. What's at 22, sorry. I might dip. Yeah, Joel thought it was a big steal on Vooch. He obviously does not view Vooch the same way that I do. Morant at 22. Now that, who got him? Angle. That's good. And that adds to the Wemby Jokic team. I should have actually been more aware of that was him and wanting to squeeze him out of it because I just don't want him to get any value picks, and he got one. That's bad from me. Damo Lillard. Probably the best player left on the board. Chance to sneak him under. 29 would be about his spot. I want to go under that to 24. Let's watch this clock intently. No, we're not. No, come on. Jacob and Kyle in on the bidding here. We'll sit here at 25. I think this will push him up a little bit. 26 to Jacob. 27 to Karen. We'll leave that there. All right, good. All right. Let's refocus. Mobley's someone who I'm probably higher on than a lot of others. I am probably higher on Toby Harris. I'm probably higher on DeJounte. Someone had a question that said, Josh, the other day you said you wouldn't take Jamal Murray in the top 50, then you took him at 48. Now, there's not much difference there, but let me explain why. And I thought I explained it in the draft, but I'll explain it again as we just wait for the next pick. I was really worried. The knee looked cooked. They were talking about maybe he was missing time with the knee, and then he came out in the next, 2 days later, he played, he scored 25 points in 20 minutes. I went, okay, so we know that he's actually okay right now and ready to do it. So I was happy to take him at 48. When I had the uncertainty, was he going to play? Was he going to look fine? Was he ever going to show a good game again? That's why I was like, I don't want to do it. But he showed it, so I readjusted. And that's what we do. I can make a comment 3 weeks ago, as Evan Mobley's up, and I do want to consider him here, but I probably won't take him. If I make a comment 3 weeks ago, contingent on, like, well, I don't know if he's going to start, is he going to be hurt, and then it happens. Change. I change my opinion on stuff all the time. Sometimes I do it too quickly. Sometimes I do it too slowly. There's never a correct answer. We're not Goldilocks here. But change your mind. If there is a reason you're holding back on somebody, and that reason is eliminated, change your mind. That's the way we do it. Or we should do it anyway. Mobley sits at 25. Mitch, you going back to the Mobley breakout. I'm there with you this year. I've been pretty impressed with Mobley through the preseason. I'm going to go back and have a look. Maybe if I sort by -1 of those preseason rankings, we'll get a different idea of where some of these players sit. Mobley up to 30. Ooh, I like that, actually. All right, the top -1 player in the preseason, Anthony Davis, because he's shooting 53 from the line. What is that? Davis, Towns, Sabonis, Jalen Johnson, Tatum, Morant. What? 2 games only for Ja. Scott Barnes, Nick Smith Jr. What the hell? Why is Nick Smith Jr. there? What did he do? Oh, he had 3 steals in a game. There you go. And 5 of 5 from the line. But what I wanted to see was where Evan Mobley was. 11th. W. Cade Cunningham. Probably the best player left. Should be high 20s. If we can get a $24, $25 bargain, we are in. Kyle, by the way. Was it Kyle? Oh my God, it was Kyle that got Jalen Johnson. For fuck's sake. So Cade pushing up now. Someone will take him into the 30s, which I like. That Kyle has got 2 of the biggest steals so far. Kyle. Screw you, can. Curran taking Cade to 31. I think we might just leave that. Cade goes for $31. Zion. I do like Zion this season a lot. Will he help my team? Yes. Will I bid? Yes. $22. Ooh, someone outbid me. I'll take 23 on Zion. I don't know that I'll go higher here. But he is my highest valued player remaining on the board. I think I'll leave it there, though, at 25. But we're getting into the stage where, even though I've got him $5 higher, without accounting for injury risk, that do I want to keep leaving value out there? I'll let Curran have him here. So Curran gets him for 26. DeJounte is a target for me. So who's got the fewest players? It's still Kyle with 2. Paolo. Always an intriguing bid guy. Should be. I think he'll go. I want to get him to up to 20. I don't think he's worth it really. Although on my team he makes a little bit of sense. I just want to make sure we're getting him into the 25s, 26 zones. I'll take him to 20 and then I'll back out there. Oh, come on, don't tell me no one else is going on this. Come on, Kingy. What are you doing? Kingy, let's go. Paolo, come on. So Kyle is in here. Kyle has a strategy that he's used for a long time, which he doesn't really use as much anymore, but I would say he almost pioneered the idea of, like, in a head-to-head league, punt percentages. And people go, that's stupid because the guys who are bad at free throws are good at field goals, vice versa. And his idea was, which is 100% correct, and it's what I've talked about for a long time after he sort of turned me onto this idea, and then we dug into the variance and all that sort of stuff, is that they vary unbelievably week to week, the percentages. And when you're punting it, you don't care that if you're going to be good or bad. You're just like saying, let's just accumulate. Let's accumulate. And you can't accumulate percentages. And where they fall, they fall. I think it's a really good strategy. hit the 6 counters, go from there. The percentages, you might win one week, you might win the other, might win both. Who cares? Rudy Gobert is up. It's about the right price. $12. King is obviously going punt points again. Williams, Davis, Edie, he might be going hard punt. No points, no threes, no assists. Tough to win. It can be done. It's tough though. But that is why I like all these guys bidding that guy up on Kingy. If I was a prick, and some might say I am, I would just put this in the chat. Hey, Kingy's hard punting. He's going big man. Let's bid all the bigs up on him. I won't do that. And this is not live, so people can't hear me say that. And if I was a prick, that's what I would do. So Gobert goes for 16. Jaylen Big Boy Brown. At the moment, like earlier on, we were in that stage where pricing was under. I'd say we've pushed ourselves back to the amount of money that's spent is about the correct amount of money for the players that have gone off the board. Even maybe we've gone a little bit over, which is a good spot to be if we can find the right bargains. I have got $85 left for 11 players. Not a lot of money. So I've got to start getting some... Now, I'm going to have at least 4 $1 players here. So that brings me to $81 for 7 players. So about 10 per player. That price on Jaylen Brown can't hold. Sorry, I had to get in on that. $19. I want that over 20. I'm sitting on Jaylen on 19 now. Am I going to get him? Oh, wow. Okay. For a guy that I don't love, I always seem to find value in getting Jaylen Brown. $19. All right. Now we again reassess. So, $66 for 6 players. $11 a player. Not true. $62 for 6 players. $10 a player. James Butler. Should be 20 plus. And we'll see whether we can get that up. I won't go more than 17. There's a risk, obviously, with James. But I've got him priced decently high. No, he's not sliding for 14, guys. Come on, we're not letting that happen. All right, I'm not going any higher. Joel and Jacob can battle this out now. My work here is done. DeJounte is probably the next player that I will... Let me dig in on him. I've got him priced like a $25 player, DeJounte. Jimmy goes for 20. That's pretty good value for Jacob. But Jacob's got a Kyrie, Jimmy, and even Lillard 10. There's a lot of old in that. The prices are all good, but there's a lot of old. All right, here we go. DeJounte time. I talked earlier about the Harden and Towns things, and I was early on my evaluation there. I was pretty early on my DeJounte one, saying I'm not sure how big of a negative this is, because on a Pelicans team with no centers, part of the appeal of DeJounte as a player was a big rebounding guard who gets to focus a little bit more on defense, and I think the rebounds will skyrocket. Now, it annoys me that they're playing CJ McCollum next to him, which is going to hurt some of the usage and assists. So people haven't really necessarily bought back into the same level that they have with the Harden and Towns ideas. Which, to be fair, the Towns one was proven in preseason about the rebounds, and the Harden stuff has come through the Kawhi injury news. But now, like, that DeJounte is a good price. I'll go one more on you, Jacob, and see where you go from there. I'll take him at 26. I will like that at 26. And then that he helps as a strong rebounding guard, the same as Dončić. All right, so we got DeJounte Murray for $26. So now we are in a situation where the money is tight. I do need to get another center. My rebounds are pretty good. My assists are great. But we need to start attacking. By the way, Jarrett Allen cooked yesterday. We need to start getting these centers. The Zubatses, the Jarrett Allens, the Probably not a Claxton. Nurk, I'm interested in. Kessler, maybe. Miles Turner up here. I normally don't have this many players at this point. That's not true. I normally would. We are, how many picks in? 51 players in. I'd normally just sit out the first 20 and then hit 10 out of the next 15 picks. So it's just worked out a little bit different. Miles Turner at $15. I just hate seeing people get what I think are bargains, and I reckon... Oh, yeah, good, Joel. I thought Jacob was going to get one there. Where do I have Miles? No, actually, it's not a bargain. It's about where I have him. By the way, sorry if I feel unhinged. It is like 7 a.m. I've been up for an hour and a half. And I think I've got another auction at the same time tomorrow. That's what a great run into the season. Bloody time zones. I'm nominating. Let's get Fred VanVleet out there. I'm not starting at $1. I'm starting at... Oh my God, I missed the timer. Dalton Knecht went out. Please, someone else throw $1 on him. This is an idiocy for me. I missed the timer. No one else is going to bid? Oh, what an L. Oh, well. There you go. Thank you. $1. Dalton Knecht. Idiot. Talking too much. Mikal Bridges. His preseason Mikal Bridges, if I had to use one word, putrid. Really bad. I put him on all of my bus shows. I didn't think he was going to be as bad as he's been, and he will be better than that, but yeah, like, good. Take the money. Man, me taking Dalton Knecht. Holy shit. I did not want to do that. Why'd I even have in my idiocy? How dumb am I, honestly? Keep taking this clown. Mikhail. Kingy says, I need to connect the image for the show. Yeah, thumbnail on Dalton Knecht. I'll do it. Lakers white guy for MVP. Bridges went for $17. Mikal Bridges in preseason, 10 points on 41% shooting with 1 steal per game, half a 3. Yeah, he's been bad. Fred VanVleet. Now, this is the guy that I wanted to chuck out there. I cannot believe that Dalton Knecht pick. Safe to say he's going to head straight to the waiver wire. Although, opening night, we do have a 40-game max in this league, by the way. So the injured player selections are not too bad. But we've got a 40-game max. So in week 1, we're 1 day fewer. The games limit doesn't adjust. So maybe holding Knecht, playing him opening night, and then getting him out of there might work. But God, man. Fred VanVleet. Should be mid-20s. We're there. At least it's one of my $1 players done. Listen to me rationalizing stupidity. Imagine you had an auction draft, right? Where you could bid in like 50-cent increments. I've never done it. You can set it up on Fantrax, or it would just take so much longer. Or you set like $1,000 budget. It would take forever. Oh my God. You know what I've never done? And maybe I will do it next season? Slow auctions. I'd have to start it in like July. I don't even know how they fully work. But you can do it on Fantrax. I think it just... How does it work? I think it gives you like one bid. Or maybe you take a bid and there's like a 20-minute time frame to come in and match it. I don't know. That's a weird one. I'd like to do an auction draft where the whole... Tell me, again, I've never done a slow auction, so that is probably a big blind spot I've got in fantasy, as Kobe White is ready to go here, and I'm probably just not going to be in on this. He's already way too high for me. Is there a way to do an auction draft which is just fab? Like 10 players go out on the first day, and you just throw dollar bids on them and you see what you get. Or we do it... Yeah, because you can't do like one player a day. That takes too long. Nas Reed. Oh, yeah, push him up. $10. Let's go. Push him to Zach Edey territory. $7. Good. That's the Wemby team. I didn't want him to get bargains. I'm not sure he did with Reed, so that's I'm happy with that. I've only got $39 left, which is not the position I usually would find myself in. My team's good, apart from Knecht. Emmanuel Quickly, I like this here. This is a $20 player. Should be ready for opening night. The most I can bid is 32. I've got 8 players remaining. 3 will be $1 players. I've got $5. 5 players for 36. That's $7 players. Manuel Quickly at 18. It is cheap. It is cheap. Let's hit a different area of the draft. Let's get a rebounder next. Let's spend a little bit more on a big man. Maybe it's a Duran. Maybe it's a Zubats. Maybe it's another version of Dalton Knecht. I'm not really sure. Coffee, why aren't you working? Jared Allen. Oh, I am in here. Before how much is the question? $15. Stop bidding, everybody. Just let me have this one and I'll be out of your hair for a little bit of time. Josh and Evan for $15. I will pass. Part of the problem with taking a lot of early players, and I think I got value in quite a bit here, is you have to pass. Now, I still need a power forward and forward eligible player, although that's not true. I can easily slide Jaylen Brown to a forward. Just quietly, by the way. Why has Dalton Knecht got point guard eligibility? Terry Rozier, this could be cheap. Let's see. Dalton Knecht having point guard eligibility is unbelievably funny. That's why I drafted him, everyone. He's got 3 position eligibility. There you go. There's the answer. 3 position eligibility, Dalton Knecht. We're off and rolling. That's why I got him. Big brain chess. What is it? 3D chess? 5D chess. Rozier up to $6. Burnsy. Good pick. So we're back to the start of the nomination list. So it's Mitchell Casey's turn. We still have a lot of interesting players left. DeMar DeRozan. Hopefully he's okay. Had to leave for personal reasons. We hope that's all okay. This won't be a player that I'm going to be taking. My free throws are quite bad on this team, which is okay. Dalton Knecht, man. Keep looking at my roster. Fucking Dalton Knecht's there. I don't want you to get DeRozan for $15, Kyle. I'm so sorry to tell you that won't be happening. Even if it means that I have to take him. And I did take him. Price enforcement gone wrong? Maybe. DeMar DeRozan for $16? Maybe a W. I need that center though. DeRozan's got power forward eligibility, which is a huge dub. 3 flexes left. Rattles Beal. Remember, games cap league. Benches are not as important. That's where Dalton Knecht can sit. Brad Beal. This should be a mid-teens player. I can go 17 max. I don't want to because that would mean I would have another 6 $1 players after that. I don't want to do that, but come on. You guys stop letting Kyle get... Don't do that, Karen. Oh my fucking God, I don't want to do that. Thank you. What that should have done, even though it would have enabled me to get Beal at a bargain, it would have cooked me. Karen should have let me take him for 13 because then I'd have no money. So thank you, Karen, for saving me, even though I think you still got a good deal on Bealo. Let's get a center. Let's get a rebounder. What are we at? Franz Wagner. I think I'll let it slide. But mainly, again, my strategy has been here. Let's find value, apart from Dalton Knecht, who I've spent $1 too much on. When you have another name that I could throw out as a troll one after a huge performance yesterday, Don Klingon. Went off yesterday. And the other thing is that, this is, and apologies if this was you and you're listening to this, but there are overreactions in preseason all the time. Someone said, man, are you like going to knock down Keontae George and Colin Sexton? Look how bad they're getting beaten by Portland in preseason. No, it's preseason. Yeah, Utah's going to be bad. These guys are not going full on. Like, they are not trying that hard. So, like, don't read massive amounts into it. Franz Wagner going for $21 is giving me one of the biggest boosts of life I've ever had. $20 on Franz, higher than DeRozan, higher than Jaylen Brown, higher than Dalton Knecht. Can we get him up to DeJounte Murray price so I can really forget my him subscription? 24, come on, let's go. What is happening here? You guys got too much money, you don't know what to do with it. Give something to me. I'll take it. I want to give charity money away. $24 for Franz Wagner. I am resurrected. As the kids would say, let's go! Nicholas Claxton. Looks like he'll be available opening night with a hamstring, but I also think that he'll be missing a lot of games with fake injuries during the season. I don't think I'll be in here. Of course, the new mantra is where is value? Under 10 is great value. $6 is amazing. Are we at a stage where people are underpriced again? Yes, we are. We have spent too much as a collective group. It flipped in the mid-rounds. So we are getting some underpriced players now. And now that Claxton's into double digits, I will bid you all adieu. Kyle is hitting, because he doesn't have a single center, so he gets one there. Oh, this is an interesting setup. The way you can see, like, Jacob, no center in his team. Obviously, there are guys you can move around, but you can see that he has not got a single center. Whereas you can see that Joel's got 3. Plus Siakam. Oh, there we go. Don Klingon. Kyle jumped to $2 on. I didn't think I'd get stuck with him. I'm hoping that someone else jumps on top of him here. No, Kyle's going to get in for 2. Okay. There we go. So the people in the draft aren't overreacting. Jamal Murray. There's going to be some thievery going on here for like a D'Angelo Russell, a Zubats, a Austin Reeves, an injured Trey Murphy. What's the headmaster going to go for here? I think he's about a $15 player. All right, so that's where we're at. We're good. That's no real, value. And again, I think we are back to the stage where players are going to go marginally undervalue. Especially like, it doesn't mean much, but I've got Murray as 15, he goes for 17. So that's like an extra $2 out, which I love. 3 starters, 4 bench left for me. You know what? Just because I don't want to see his face, I'm moving Dalton Knecht to my bench. I don't want that there. Darius Garland. I'm hopeful that people don't want him. Oh, they do. That's annoying. Should be around $20. I'll take him for 16. I don't have... I can only go to $17. He's at 17. I can't go higher. Ooh, that's nice from you, Sam and Liam. Some might call you Sliam. Not me. It's early. The Snowman's still sitting around as well. I want to see if I can get a bit of a bargain on Jalen Duren at 14. I've got him at $14. Will that come to... Ooh. Mark Williams will be a good pick for me. Can he get to $6? Can I get him for 6 or 7? I'm going to suggest probably not. There's probably just too much money in the room. I've got him at 6. I'll go higher. 9. Ooh, I don't like that. Pull back. That's the same. That's a Zach Edey price. 10 for Marky Mark. I will pull out around there. Come on, Karen. You and Mitchie go in. Now, let's do a quick look around the room. Who's got the most money? Actually, not a lot of money around. Kyle's got 68. It's Kingy with 93 with his punt points setting. Now, the first time Kingy ever did an auction was on my channel, and it was the first time we did it, and I believe he left all his money on the table. He ended up with like $40 left. I hope he's not planning on doing that again. Adam Moneybags. You go, Kingy got Mark Williams. We know what he's doing, obviously, with the build-up of big men. What does Porzingis go for? Per game, he's a $20 player. $7 he's sitting at. Porzingis. Whew, okay. It's obviously risky. Half a season out, maybe. There's a lot of value here left. A lot. Levine is there. Brandon Miller is there. Russell Reeves, Anunoby, Duran, Kessler, Nurk, Josh Giddey, who's up now. How am I going to price this one? 10. He shot horribly yesterday. What were Giddey's preseason numbers? 9, 5, and 6 in 24 minutes on 32%. That is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, that's, wow, good. Get the pricing out of here. Wow, this is, yes. $14, good. $15, good. Quincy Olivari gets a 2-way contract for the Lakers, waiving Colin Castleton. Colin Castleton's good. Someone should sign him. The Thunder should sign him because they need a center with the injury. Colin Castleton is good, man. He's better than Quincy Olivari. He's better than Jackson Hayes. Here we go, the Snowman, DeAndre Ayton. This should be an interesting pick. I think that we'll get suppressed pricing on Ayton because of how well Klingon played. People think that Ayton will get traded or benched. Maybe. It's a risk with Ayton, absolutely. I'll take him. I'll stop at 11. Kyle goes to 12. So I do want to make sure I've got another big man. Because my only center is Şengün. Unless Fantrax decides they want to add center eligibility to my man Dalton Knecht to make him the first point guard center. Well, he's not the first. I think Simmons is that, actually. $13 to the Snowman. Sit on that carrot, Karen. Ooh. By the way, Alex Saab may not be ready for opening night. There was a legitimate risk to me that Valanciunas was not going to start for the Wizards because they've been starting Keyshawn George. Although last game Saab was out, so Valanciunas was back at center. $3 player. The guy that I want to nominate, we're not up to me yet, although we must be getting close. I need to get people's thoughts on Amen Thompson. Kingy will go hard on Amen Thompson, I think. $6 on Valanciunas. See ya. Oh no, it's Mitch's nomination. It's still a while away from me. But if I put Amen into the queue at first, if I am busy getting distracted doing something else, then... Ooh, Geordie Poole, the Siren Song. Under 10 would be amazing. Still want a center, so I might have to hold off here. So I know I could nominate Amen and get him out there, but I want to sort of figure out the center market. Up to $10 for Jordan Poole. Reasonable. I'll take him for 10. I will hold off from there. I want to get, with my $23 left, I've got 4 players that I really still want to spend money on. 4 players, $20, $5 each. That's yuck. Jordan Poole for $14. Like, I'm not going to get Duran for $5. I'm not going to get Toby Harris. Chat, am I cooked? I know you'll say yes. Brandon Ingram. All right. Let's just try and get $5 players. And then pull out. See if anyone slides through. So, like, who's an interesting $5 target for me? Gafford. Lively. Okongwu. Yeah, that's an Drummond. Ingram at 12. So what I could do, just go hard and then have 7 $1 players. That doesn't... But it is a games cap league. So maybe I reassess that. Maybe I want 5 $1 players. And I've already got one of them. So if I do 4, makes it $19 left for 3 players. Gives me $6 a play. It's a little bit easier. We might look at it that way. Alex Burns is nominating Ingram for $13. When you're comparing that with some of these other guys, it's an interesting price. Miles Bridges. So I think Bridges should be like a $13 player. So we'll see how... I'll go to 6. I won't get him. I might be in for a bit of a wait here. I won't throw Duran out. What I will do is throw... Gafford. No. Gafford. Fucking not in there, you idiot. Don't type that. Oh, no, I was going to throw a men, wasn't I? Going back and forth here. Josh and Evan, time for you to nominate. Oh, well, there you go. They nominated Derek Lively. Interesting. I'll take $3 on that, and then I'll leave that alone. I like him, but that's one of the cheaper centers that's going to now go off the board here, and I don't want to do it at this because it is going to push too high, and I will leave it alone. It would make sense for me to throw Gafford out next, so that would take price off Gafford. It would make him go higher, and I don't want to do that. In another situation where I wasn't targeting Gafford, he would immediately go after this to make people go, oh, I've got to get Gafford. But I won't do it. Derek Lively, $6. Okay, my nomination. Let's get the people frothing over a men. And we'll see where this gets to. Again, I think I love a men. I think there's a bit of a minutes cap. And that means that people are still frothing themselves. Ooh, but hang on a second. We're only at $3. Maybe I underestimated my foes. No, here we go. Here we go. Get it to 10. He's sexy. He's awesome. He's fun. Come on, pricing up. You can do more than that. Yes, Alec Burns, 10. Let's go, Alex. Let's push this higher. By the way, Zach Edey, $2 more than Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton, $10 more than Dalton Knecht. You do the math. Amen Thompson more than Nick Claxton. Amen Thompson more than Miles Bridges. Yes, this one actually worked. I suckered people in. $13. Same price as Brandon Ingram. This is amazing. Keep going. Keep bidding. Come on. Same price. Kingy, 14, more than DeAndre Ayton. Same price as Vooch. Let's get him up to the same price as Miles Turner. This is amazing. Keep going. I knew Kingy would want him. $14. W. Same price as Kawhi. What the actual... All right, Jalen Duren. I would love this. I don't think I will afford it, though. Yeah, I don't think I can afford this. It's like a $12 player. I don't want to spend that. But we are starting to get center panicked. Jacob, no center yet. Other people, pay attention. Do not let Jacob get center bargains. Wow, this has gone high too. What is happening? Everyone just deciding that they don't know what to do with their money. What is happening? Kyle's got him at 13. I'm not affording that. Oh, this is good for the fact that Jacob has no center. Sorry, Jacob, but I'm enjoying the fact that these guys that he's going overpriced here. Have I got no, Alex has only got $17 left. I've got 23. Curran's got 28. Kingy's got 61. Duren for 15. I did not expect to see that. Mikal Bridges at 17 now looks like a huge overpay from Kyle too, given the where pricing is going. Brandon Miller. This is how auctions work. It's why I also, when I'm talking all through the preseason run-up, is when I talk about rounds of value of players, it's very hard to say, well, as an auction player, who's this much? Because we're talking $10 different price ranges. Every auction throws stuff out the window. And I think that sometimes information leads to confusion. Like if I'm saying this is a $10 player on every show that I do, and you go into the draft and he goes for 18, then you go, what do I do now? Or he's sitting there for $2 and think, what happened? Right? I think it leads to this too much variation. As Brandon Miller's up 13, there's too much variation in pricing on auctions that can lead to a lot of confusion. And like we're going to do this other auction tomorrow, which will be on Yahoo also, which does give the different pricing with a different bunch of guys, some of them the same. And I feel like my team and my strategy will be very different to this, like very different. And that's a league that I've won in the past. And last season I struggled. I think I came 7th in it maybe. Yeah, I was in the playoffs and then lost the final matchup of the regular season and got knocked out of the playoffs, finished 7th and didn't make it, which was annoying. Obviously. Herb Jones. But most of those guys in that draft in previous years have really had some trouble controlling their flow of money. And I have taken care of that. And I think in the first auction I didn't bid for the first 20 players. Then I took 10 guys in the next 12 picks and finished out in the next 10 after that, and I was done. I don't think I recorded and just sat there and just talked about the rest. Herb for 11 is unbelievable. The same as Claxton. Claxton's a great reference point for pricing now. But then you could also say $2 more than 80 is a W as well. Keegan Murray, not super interested here. But like we say, our motto here is all about, what's the motto with you? Our motto here is about value and pricing. And we're not at a stage where someone like this is going to slide for $2 or $3. We're not quite there. Yeah, he's gone too high already. 8 or 9 is fine. You want to go to 10 maybe. But I'm not in a position to be able to push up to actual value yet. I'm not sure I'll ever get back there. Those were the days. Hey, is Kyle's team almost done? Holy crap, it is. He's got 4 players. Look at that. 4 players left, $30. But this is also games cap, right? So he has got an entire bench left and $30 to spend on a bench in a games cap. Interesting how he does this. If I was him, and there's no player, actually, if Desmond Bain comes up, I'd just throw 27 on Bain and be done with it, and then go $1 for the rest of the guys. Or you might do that for Toby, or get like a Bain and Harris for 12 each. But he is in a very interesting position. There goes Bain. Kyle should be in on this, I'm guessing. I won't be. So we are, again, now at the stage where there is money, more money gone, so we are in bargain territory now, or bargain-ish territory, where the value of guys is probably going to sit $3-4. You're going to be able to get them $3-4 under their actual pricing. That tipping point where that happens is going to always be dependent on what happens at the start of a draft. Wow, Bain is pushing up. Kyle he's got the money. He needs to sort of be in on this here. He has got the most. No, he doesn't. I said that he can bid the highest, but that's not true. Because Josh and Evan could go to 39, but they just got him for 21. So now they're at 19. So now, no, it's Mitch who can go 36. Toby Harris, yeah, he was the next best, and then it's going to be Levine, I think, is one of the excellent. But the Lakers guards, Reeves and Russell, both still available. I'm hoping I can get myself involved there. I doubt it. What a price we at? Toby Harris, 15. Ooh. Harris for 15 is a W. I could have done it, and I would have left myself with $1 players only, and I didn't want to do that. But that's good value. I'm not in on Jabari Smith here at all. So I've obviously got one foolish Dalton Knecht bid at $1, but I've got 4 starting players left. Now, theoretically, I think I could do 3 guys and then have that other last starting spot as a $1 rotation to hit my 40 games max. And I think that's how I'm going to approach it. So that gives me 4 $1 players, $19 for 3 players, 6 each. Simons. What am I looking at here? $10? Oh, I'm not going to let this slide for 5. Still want that center. But I'm also at that area where I think people are still going to overspend on someone. Mitch has got too much money. Joel has got definitely too much money. He's got $38 and only 2 starters left. Yeah, he's got too much money. 100% too much money. W for me. When that happens, Jacob has 4 starters left with 36, and it's about right. So Joel got Simons for 10. So Joel has 1 starter left, $33. Too much money, I think. But his team's great. Like, I'm not telling you that his team's bad. It's good. Someone's only got 5 players. Who is it? Is it me? No, it's not me. Hartenstein. Oh, this will be interesting. Who's only got 5 players? Oh, it's Angle. Oh, that's the Wemby Jokic team. So he's just been sitting around. Hartenstein, $8 Kingy. Push Kingy up. He's got a lot of money left. $61 for 7 players. Hartenstein goes for 9. Actually, Alex, as much as like that's going to hamstring you now because you can only do $1 players apart from one $2 player, you're out of this. Kingy is now in a spot where there is not a lot left for him, and he might end up having to take guys who don't fit his punt, and we'll see how he reacts to that. Levine at $2. Now, I would love to get him for 5. It's obviously not going to happen. But yeah, sometimes you sneak one through, don't you? I'll go to 6. There's too many players with money left. Kingy won't get in on this. So his money is not important. I'll take 8 on Levine. And then I'll sit it out. Someone else get in. Thank you, Joel. You've got the money, man. This will be a bench. No, it'll be his last flex. All right, here we go. $13. That's pretty good, though, isn't it? Let me find what centers I'm going to throw into my queue. Kuminga is center eligible? I'm ready to nominate again. And I will not nominate one of my centers yet. Well, there goes Kessler. $5 I'll take. Because I think these guys are all still going to go a little over. He's probably like a $10-ish player. But the money's a little bit tight, so he might go under. But probably not enough for me to be all about it. Very much interested in watching Kingy unfold this, and Joel, who I think might have too much money left too, and how they're going to approach this. Kessler up to 10, which is good because that means that some of my other center targets will be hopefully cheaper. Yeah, I'm going to throw Trey Murphy out there. Walker Kessler for 11. Same price as Claxton. Let's see what people do with Trey Murphy here. Who obviously I like, but not there for the start of the season, coming off the bench most likely. Could be a $10 player. I'd hope he gets to 30 minutes. Don't know though. One thing I never know is I don't know what this Fantrax, this score is. What does that mean? I don't know what it is. I don't know how they come to it. I don't know why. Like, why is Austin Reeves ranked 79 and Trey Murphy 81, but Murphy's score is higher than Reeves? I don't know what it means. So I don't think I've ever gotten an answer from what it means either. As much as I do love Fantrax as the best platform, they still have weird things that I don't love. Jacob gets Trey for $9. Now, did Jacob have any other injured guys currently? No, but he had other injured players who were risks in terms of Kyrie, Butler. John Kuminga. He's got that Cisco going. I'm just going to... $2. No. I'm not letting that go for 2. Come on. Let's be serious here. I'm sitting on $3 for Kuminga, which I will happily take. I don't think I... 4? I got $6 for 3 players, what I want to do. But I don't... No, I'm actually too uncertain on Kuminga. $4 is fine. But that's one of those ones that slid through. I'm hoping that I can get Lemon Daddy legend Austin Reeves to slide through to me. Jalen Green, Kingy. I'm assuming that's not who you want. No one. I'll put $2 on him. Okay, here we go. What was everyone waiting for? They were waiting for me. $5 for Jalen Green. So is it Joel's got the money? So is Joel full? No, he's still got his flex 3 spot left. So Joel's just going to throw a lot of money around here because he's also realizing that he's going to have $25 for 4 bench spots, which is a lot for bench spots in a games cap league. It's a lot. So again, I like his team. It's very good. Has he mismanaged a little bit? Maybe. Have I mismanaged a bit? Yeah. I took Dalton Knecht. Joel got him for $9, so he made that pick. So he's into his bench now, but he's got $24 for his bench. That is too much for a bench, I believe. It's also a bargain to get the best rim finisher in the entire NBA, Jalen Green, for $9. OG Anunoby. Ooh, we're going high here. 12s. Kingy, is this where we're at, mate? You want steals, don't you? Because when you go bigs like this, you need steals. That's why he took Jalen Williams. That's why he took Amen Thompson. Kingy has a very set strategy. Make him pay. Who's got your money? Joel, make him pay. Mitch, make him pay. Make him pay. I don't have the money to make him pay. Make him pay. He will look at Jalen Suggs. He will look at Alex Caruso. Make him pay. This should be like a $3 Tyus Jones here, I'm guessing. Someone who I do want is Jeremy Sohan. Also, Colin Sexton just hanging around. Tyus, oh, come on, yeah. Money. Someone else jump in. I'm not doing it, but I want you to waste money. Angle gets in for 4, so that is the Wemby team. 4, that's okay. Kyle, future MVP Kuzma. Should be like $10. I'll take 6. If no one else wants him, I'll definitely take that at 6. I've put $6 for each of these last. Sam and Liam, can you leave me alone? Just let me do it. Let me take it. Why would you want to do that? Why would you interfere? Joel on his bench. I missed the bid. Joel got him for $8 as a bench player. Which Joel? I'm not going to lie. That's solid. But now you have $16 for 3 players that, remember, with the games cap, you won't play them every game. But strong team. Strong team. Tyler Hero. Let's hit undervalue on that. Where even is Hero on my little draft tracker? There he is. $6 per player is what I'm looking at. Still want a small forward eligible guy. Well, hang on. Why does it say? Let's put Jaylen Brown there because I had Dalton Knecht there. Forward eligible, 3 flexes. So do I fill a starting spot with a $1 guy? It is possible. In a games cap, I think if I use that plus my 4 benches to cycle through to get that last spot, I think that works. Here we go. Austin Reeves. In here, $6. Will it hold? Oh no, what's happening? 3 position eligibility on Fantrax as well. I'll take him for 7. I won't take him for 9. I'm so sorry. What are we doing? Angle gets him for 9. That's the team that I didn't want. Still needing a center. Still a few around. Nurkic, Zubats, Gafford, Okongwu. But the problem is Kingy is going to get them still. Christian James. McCullum. This is about the right price, but I will also throw $6 on him. Because if I get him, it's fine. If I don't, it's fine. It takes money away. So Joel might get him here. The team will look good from a bench perspective if he gets him for $7 and he gets him. But you're going to have Kuzma and McCullum sitting there not using them. You're not going to use them every week. So the team, he is going to win, almost certainly, Joel. He is going to win projected standings, almost certainly. But we don't want to win projected standings. We want to win the league. Joel is going to win it, though. I'm almost certain he is going to win it. Alex Caruso. Surprised Kingy's not. $10. Or 9, actually. I don't think I've mentioned Willie ETR for like 10 minutes. Where's he been? He hasn't got any player for a million years. $11. Yeah, Kingy is in here. Come on, Kingy. You need the steals, mate. Take him. You got the money. $12 on Alex Caruso is crazy. I got DeRozan for 16. $13. There is desperation in needing something specific for your build here. 40 Kingy. I know you have the money. And it might turn out to be strong. This is intriguing. But I believe I called it earlier. I said Kingy's going to be wanting to get a Caruso or a Suggs. And he did. And paid $14. Let's compare. Where does Caruso's $14? More than Cam Thomas. The same as Bradley Beal. More than Zach LaVine. More than DeAndre Ayton. The same as Vooch. Zubats. All right. Will I get him for 6? I feel like I've talked him up too much. I'll get him at 7. No. I feel like I've gone too high on this. Not for the price, but like in terms of how I speak about him. Yeah, we are not going to date $9. No thanks. Interesting. Almost as much as Zach Edey. Kingy's team, the values on the players are unbelievable. They're so crazy. Amen Thompson and Alex Caruso more than OG Anunoby. Huge bargain with OG. Overpays. Oh, wow. It's just, I love it. I love it. The poop cookie, Michael Porter Jr. This has got a real chance of going over here. I'll take 5 on him. Will I even take 6? No, I won't. Up to $8. So I was talking about like going about $6 average per player. I've got like on my board left 16 players worth about $6 or more, but 2 of them are injured to start the season. So I'm just going to watch those guys and make sure I still got enough options for those final 3 $6 spots. I didn't really... We'll throw Gafford out. Let's see where this goes. 5 or 6 here for Gaff will be good. All right, I'm going to just edge this one. No, people are already going too high. I'll take him for 7. Oh, 5. We're going to stop at 5. Good. Kingy, please leave it alone. I will stop at 7. Kingy, I'm very happy if you don't touch this one. All right, Gafford for 7. That works for me. Got myself that extra center. Make myself... I'm not going to win blocks, but that's not what I wanted him for. Wanted field goals, wanted rebounds, wanted center eligibility. Now we hope to get a guard, a Keontae. By the way, I said this on the show yesterday about don't think Scoot's going to start. Don't think he's going to start. It's going to be Tamani Kamara. And Kamara's fine if you want to flyer out. I don't really see him being a 12-team guy, although he's been awesome in preseason. I would be more looking at 14 teams for him. Here goes Chris Middleton. I'll ignore this one. Someone also said on one of the shows yesterday, man, I can't believe I saw Josh's hands for the first time. I talk with my hands all the time. How have you never seen them? But anyway, to each their own. Chris Middleton at $6. He was one of the guys I had priced as a $6 player. When I said I had those 16 guys priced there. The other one who Kingy's going to go for, who we should really start to throw out, is Dyson Daniels. And see how crazy he wants to go there. Kingy, I'm not picking on you, but I also know what you're doing, so it's a little bit easier for me to not exploit it, but try and do what I need to do. Not that my team's great. My team's okay. Everyone's got at least 7 players now. Colin Sexton, this one is sitting here ripe for the pickings. I've got $16 left for 6 players. If I need 2 more spots to fill out. And I got Sexton for 6. Double U. So I've got probably what have I got? $10 left. The most I can do is 6. I got 1 starting position left. And there is bargains I would love to get my hands on. D'Angelo Russell, Keontae George, Bogdanovic. This is Jakob Poeltl. I will definitely take him for 5. Should have waited. Should have waited to see if someone else would put one up, but I didn't want to risk it. And this will wipe me out. No, Joel. Fuck you. Okay. I guess I'm not getting Jakob Poeltl then. Poeltl goes for $6. That's what I wanted. I wanted to hope if Joel would get 5 and I would put 6 on him and max myself. Well played, Joel. Gary Trent. No, you can have that one. I don't care for that at all. $3 for Gary Trent. That's a $1 player. Willie ETR gets in for 3. And he's got 6. Who's got the fewest players left? Kyle, 3 left. But $20 still. And he's running... Joel, 1 player, $3. Look at his bench. Poeltl, McCullum, Kuzma. Like, you're not going to use these guys. That is, I believe, a little bit of a waste of resources. Now, in a non-games capped league, you're close enough to perfect. Because you use them all the time. This league, you don't. Apart from week 1. Bogdanovic hit at $9. Okay. So Jacob gets in for 9. Jacob still no center. Who's he taking? Who's he playing at center? He doesn't even have any eligibility anywhere. Who's he taking? Nurkic? There's a Kongwu. I'll bid. I can go $6. $3? Yep, come on. Let's leave that. Hold Kyle Curran. Leave it. Why would you do that? I'll take 6 on Onyeka. All right, 7. I'm out. It's good to know, though. There are still so many value players around. Will I get one of them? That's a really good question. Okongwu goes for 7. So that's 2 of the guys that I targeted who I missed out by $1. Very annoying. Shaden Sharp, as we close in on 2 hours here. I don't want Shaden. I've already got one roster spot taken up by a legend in Dalton Knecht, so probably don't need that. I'm so annoyed at that Dalton Knecht one, man. $1 for Shaden Sharp. All right. Our first $1 player. Well, actually, second after Knecht. Imagine Dalton Knecht comes out and just blows up straight away, and this is the pick that wins the league for me. There's no way, but imagine. Devin Vassell, who maybe misses first couple of weeks of the season. This is a one that I'll be in on. I'll take the $5 bid. Should have waited on 6. Kyle takes him up to 6 for a bench spot, which is actually okay here for Kyle because that'll just sit in his IL. $6 for Devin Vassell. Kyle nominates Jeremy Grant. I'll throw 2 on Jeremy. I want an extra forward eligibility player as well. Joel can only go to 3, so he's taking Jeremy Grant as his last player. Incredible depth, just won't use all of it. Let's take Joel out of the room here. Thanks for coming, Joel. I'll see you later. So in the end, he left no money on the board, but he did, I think, fill up his bench with too much money. 15 plus 6 is stop moving. 21, $24 on a bench in a games cap is probably too much. Let's see Scoot. I would rather Keontae, but let's see what Scoot goes for. Scoot for $3. That's about right. Remember, don't be shocked when Scoot comes off the bench opening night. You can yell at Billups all you want, and I think he's a bad coach, but we know that this is happening. Well, that's not true. We think this is happening. Also, I don't understand what goes through someone's head is when I put a video out and I talk about Scoot starting and saying, this is what I've heard from Portland media, and I actually did a double check yesterday on it as well. That they think that as of right now that Tamani Kamara will start, and someone comes out and says Chauncey Billups has expressively and explicitly stated that he is locked in as Scoot as his starter. Okay, that didn't happen. So what are you talking about? Where are you getting this idea from? $3 on Taylor Hendricks. All right, let's Kingy. Have you got the money? This one's for you, mate. Dyson Daniels, $1. Chauncey came out and said that Scoot is absolutely his starter. He didn't. But people say this stuff. Like, where did you imagine it? Did you dream it? Where did it come from? Someone else take money. Yes, thank you, Mitch. Kingy up to 6. Up to $8 on Dyson Daniels. And that's a bench play. Kingy, you've got too much. You've got, again, $19 on your bench. Games cap, you got $12 left. D'Lo. Could I do it? Could I sneak D'Lo for 6? I won't, but yeah, would have been nice. Don't let Jacob get him. Jacob's team is looking good, and I don't want him to get him. What I will say about these teams, Kyle's, Joel's, Kingy's, having all these dollars as part of their bench, is if they cop an injury, they're in a much better position because they've just got these guys sitting there chilling out doing nothing. Now, they're probably not the best utilization of money, but if they get multiple injuries, and they probably will, it will work out for them in that respect. Russell goes for 14 at this point in the draft. Wow. Kyle had the money. Look at his bench. Wowee. All right, Keontae. I do want this one. I'm not going to get it, obviously. Although, bidding has stalled at 5. Karen, don't type while we're bidding. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh. $5 Keontae George. Karen could only bid 4. I didn't even notice. I just chucked the 5 and got him. And now I am down to $2. Max bid, $5 for 4 players. I can throw a $2 bid on somebody. Let's just chuck anyone. And then we'll see. I still want another center. And I will get one for $2. The Nurkic one is really just sitting there, isn't it? Could I get Sohan for $2? So I've done the opposite of Kyle, Joel, Kingy, where they've gone big bench depth in this sort of league, where I'm going to fill out my last 4 games cap spot with a rotation of bench players. KCP, well, I won't bother bidding on that one. Someone was moving players around there. I wasn't just imagining it. Things were flicking around. KCP goes for $1. Rightfully so. Drew Holiday's still there. Who's got money? Oh, Mitch. Holy crap. $29 you can still bid. There's not enough... Yeah, Mitch, there's not enough players left for you to do that. I'd love Nurk for $2. I'm not going to get it, am I? So he can get... Mitch can get whoever he wants here. A lot of the flyers still left. This Ricochets and SARS. Jaden Ivey is an interesting name. So who are the centers? Yeah, Al Horford will work for me. Clint Capella will be interesting. Draymond, center eligible, yeah. Nurk for 7. It's good value. Mitch, I like that pick from you there. That's really good value. If you're still watching this show, bloody congratulations. Well done. You've made it here. Draymond Green, I'll throw $2 on. That's all I can do. Curran can go to 4. So I think Curran's got a similar strategy to me. Yeah, he has. He's filled out his last flex with a $1 player. So he's doing the same as me, basically. Which happens. And I've never discussed this idea of this strategy because I really sort of came up with it as we started this draft of in games cap trying to use that last spot as a $1 spot. But he did the same. Interesting. Draymond for 5 because Mitch has just got the money to throw around. He has the most to throw around at anybody. $19. No, Sam and Liam, $21 can still go, well, okay. What are they going to do? They might push themselves into that too much money on the bench scenario. Rowan Barrett is probably... Yeah, probably a $5 player. What's it? Bid. I can't bid. Why would I say that? Yeah, thank you. Why does it let me to bid? Barrett goes for $5. Roto Kyle. I'm going to just get Drew Holiday out for my... Hey, what am I doing? I didn't mean to admin that. I meant to put him in my queue. Drew Holiday. Just to get Mitch's money out of here. Denny. $5, $6. There's a lot of $5, $6 players going now. Remember that when we go back to look at Miles Bridges going for 10. Kuminga for 4. Wild stuff with some of these. But again, this is just standard auction behavior. Josh and Evan. Oh, no, it's Alex Burns. What am I talking about? Then it's Josh and Evan nominating. Can we get Drew out of here so that someone spends this money? There goes Drew. All right. What can Jacob do? He can go to 10 with 5 players left. He's got 1 flex spot left. His team is strong. Drew. Okay, Mitch, you can really... So it's you and Sam and Liam here who can attack this one. He's got a guard spot open. He's going to go the full Celtics backcourt, Mitch, of White and Holiday. There it is. So now he's got his whole bench left for $13, which is not a bad amount for the bench. I would have liked to have spent more, but that's okay. It's not up to me, is it? Klay Thompson. Jalen Suggs sitting around, guys, by the way, as a huge thievery option. My turn to nominate. Let's get Alex Sarr out there and see how people respond. No center eligibility for Sarr at this point. $4. Who can go higher? Sam and Liam. Mitch, you can get in on this. You can win this bid. Curran, this is his last crack at somebody before he's down to $1. Is he the only guy that'll be at $1? Yeah. Well, he won't do it now because Josh and Evan just went 5 on him. And they can go up to 8. $5, Alex Sarr. Okay. Jalen Suggs Cam Johnson yesterday, by the way, cooked. So let's put him into the queue. Jalen Suggs, let's put them there. John Collins. Nah, I'm good. I'll leave it. I don't have many guys left who I'm viewing as even more than a $1 player, to be honest. Like about 4 or 5. John Collins for $2. Take him. Suggs is one of the guys I've got who I think is way more than a $2 player. Chris Paul, Al Horford, maybe. Drummond, yeah, maybe. Kingy nominating. Kingy's still got 2 spots left on his bench. And he goes Jalen Suggs, of course he does. Kingy, we knew that's who you wanted. You can go $11 on him. Will you do it? I want to know people's thoughts on the ideas or the strategy in games cap like this, 40-game hard cap, where we've got 4 bench, about how you would distribute your money. Wow, up to $9 for Suggs, which is, I think, fair. He had a really good game yesterday too. But thought he'd be one of those guys who probably wouldn't go that high. And Mitch gets him for 9. So Mitch is now down to 1 $2 player and 2 $1 players. And in the end, he's come through pretty strong here, I think, Mitch, with his team. This is a really, really bunch of strong teams. Alex Burns still sitting at only 7 players, though. No, not 7. Yeah, 7 players. Same as Angle, who went hard with Wemby and Jokic early. DiVincenzo up to 4 already from Jacob. Yeah, so Angle and Alex, 7 players left. Kyle's got 1 player left for $2. So, yeah, we're not in that stage where he can outbid people because obviously many people can go higher than 2. Anybody want to trade for Dalton Knecht? John Isaac. I'll throw 2. Could be my $2 player there. Get me some defensive numbers. Kingy goes 3. Of course you do, Kingy. Of course you do. No, that'll stay at 3, I'm pretty sure. So Kingy's got $9 left for 1 player. No one's worth that. I don't believe anyway. One of the interesting... Capella, okay. Do I want him? Nah, I think... I probably do, actually. Maybe I'll look for Horford. I can't get him now anyway. Capella. Jackson Davis could be worth a shout also for me to fill out one more center position. but we're going to get into that spot where we're going to turn it into a snake or where people have the ability to overbid you. So Horford, Drummond, Jackson Davis will be options. Wendell Carter, probably not. I don't want Kelly Olynyk. Noah Clowney's center eligible, but, although the ability for him to sit on my bench in a games cap is intriguing. So who's Mitchie's nominating? He's got 3 players left. Still looking. No one down to $1 players yet. No, Willie is. Marcus Smart. Angle goes for $2. Angle can go high up to 11. No one can touch that, can they? Jacob can go to 10. You let Smart go for 2. That's the bargain hunting when you go those top end guys that can be really, really useful. $2 on Smart. Surprising that Marcus only has point guard eligibility when he's going to play point guard, shooting guard, small forward. That will develop. Someone also messaged me yesterday, tweeted at me and said, man, I want to get rid of Bradley Beal. I need a small forward eligible player. Who should I trade for? And that's really hard, obviously, at this point in the season. But Beal is almost certainly going to get small forward eligibility because he's going to play small forward. Jones, Booker, Beal. He's going to be the small forward. He will get that almost certainly. Bilal Coulibaly. Josh and Evan throw $2 on him. Just stopping Kyle's ability to grab him. Josh and Evan are down to low money too. $2 on him is totally okay. No one else with money is jumping on. Kingy, I'm surprised he didn't go for. He's got $9 left. It would fit what he wants, I'm guessing. Alex still got 7 players left. Chris Paul for $2 Mitch gets. I was going to push that. Wow, this has gone up to 5. All right, so Jacob really gets $7 on Chris Paul. So he just really wants Chris Paul. Okay. In the end, the money you pay in an auction format doesn't mean anything when the season's going. As long as your team is there and you got your players, what you pay for them doesn't matter. It's about how you've built. And that's a solid selection from Jacob. Josh and Evans is my nomination next, by the way. Brandon Pajemski, I don't want to throw the 2 on him. For 1, I would have taken it. Angle gets him for 2, that's okay. But Angle's still got 2 starters left. If Pajemski's his 9th best player, you're feeling better. Now, his 2 best players are unbelievable. But this is where we talked about the problem. 1 injury, done. Well, not 1 injury. 1 injury to Wemby or Jokic, done. Sam and Liam from the rafters, $3 on pods. Angle to 4. He's got the money. I wouldn't say I have confidence in old mate. Brandon, I'm going to throw Jaden Ivey into my queue just because. Who am I throwing out here? Because I've got to be careful. Oh, let's throw Asar out. I want to see what people do on Asar Thompson here. Thank you, Kingy. Kingy wants him. Someone beat him up. Not me. I can't. All right, so let's take Kingy out now. Let's wipe him out. Thanks, Kingy. Yeah, so I was in the process of trying to put Jaden Ivey into my queue and Jeremy Sohan into my queue. There goes Jackson Davis. I'll throw a 2 on him. Because if I get him for that $2, an extra center, we'll see. But don't know how it's going to play out. Remember, it's only a 1-center league. Games cap of 4. I've got Şengün and Gafford who can fill that 4 out. Oh, Karen comes out. Gets it off me. Annoying from you, Karen. So I guess I do need a center, but I also can probably get by without it. Let's see. Al Horford. Up to 2 already. The guy that I will want to get is Clowney then. Consider my bench. Has center eligibility. can stash for a big chunk of the season. Stashing is possible in this league. Horford is a very Jacob pick. Every mock that he's been in with me, it's been a lot of let's hit the 9 cats. Let's hit the older guys. Let's not worry about games played or missed as much. PJ Washington next. Do I throw 2 on him? I think I might. Let's take $2 on PJ. I don't mind that for $2. Because I think I'll be able to sneak some other value in for $1 soon. Although I'm a little worried that Clowney won't slide for $1. All right, so I am at $1 players only. So the only players I can pick are the players that I nominate. And I've got to be really cautious about nominating them at the right time. Because if I nominate them and others just snipe them, I'm left with a list of other guys. But I also don't want to throw someone out for $1 who I don't end up wanting. It doesn't matter that much, but it's a marginally dangerous period. Jaden Ivey up to 4. Okay. Anyone want a lightly used Dalton Knecht? Mike Conley available still? Ben Simmons. Curran just threw $2 on him immediately. That's all he can bid. He's trying to clean that part of his roster up. No one's going. More than $2? All right. Not many people can actually do that. Let me look. Can anyone? Angle can. Who I don't actually know who's actually running the Angle team. Michael Conley. Mitch can go 2 on him. He threw 2 on him. Only Angle can outbid. As Angle just rearranges his team. He's still got a flex spot open. And then Alex Burns has 1, 2, 3 starting spots open. And there's not a lot left. What did he do? He went Sabonis, Giannis, Tatum, Burnsy, and Barnes. Okay, that's why. Oh. Auctions. Love an auction. Love the challenge. Reed Shepherd. Remember, stashability is viable here. Kyle's only got 1 player left. He threw $2 on him. It takes anyone out from being able to bid the $2 on top of him, which is good strategy. And I reckon he'll end up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and sneak Noah Clowney through because I won't have a chance to nominate him again. I think someone will outbid me like Angle, but I'm going to try it anyway. Damn it. Jeremy Sohan, someone please take that away, please. So he threw $2 on him because he can go up to 2. And Sam and Liam go to 3. There is almost no shot that I get Clowney in any, no matter what I do. If I leave him, I won't get him. If I nominate him, I won't get him. So I think it's better to nominate him, get someone else out of the way in terms of money out there. And if I do get him, then it's just a bonus. There goes Josh Hart. Up to $3 for Angle. Angle's still got all the money. He can take whoever he wants. He can take, not that there's great stuff left, but he can take whoever he wants. And he only has to go to 3 because Josh and Evan can only max at 3 and Jacob can only max at 3. Let's try it with Clowney. No chance, but let's try it. Just sit and stash and wait. Angle, can you go and absolutely get someone else with... No, they can't even do it. Jacob, you can do it. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. As they say in the classics. Jamie Jux. Angle nominating him. Someone can outbid him. Actually, don't care if he gets him. But he's got an intriguing team. Alex still only got 7 players. Jaquez for $1. Because look, Alex can go to 2. Andy Lampard, yeah, I don't care. Jacob can go to 3. And that's it. There's only 2 players who can outbid. So it's Angle can go to 4, Jacob to 3, Burnsy to 2. Angle took 2 on Nemby. The only guy who can take it is Jacob, and he won't. So now, Angle 1 pick left for 3. Jacob can go to 3. Burnsy can go to 2. It goes Ricochet for 1. I'm not sure what I'm wanting to do. Oh, Drummond is who I'm going to try. Maybe we'll chuck a trade in later on in the year. Who just nominated? That's Curran, who's got 1 player left for $1. He can still be outbid. Norman Powell, that's a very nice pick. That should trigger somebody else to throw Kevin Porter out as well. Alex, who are you waiting on? You can go $2 on somebody. Who are you wanting that $2 on? I've got Cam Johnson. I've got Andre Drummond in my queue. So that means Burnsy's nominating. No, Mitch is nominating next. Oh, there we go. Jacob threw $2 on Norman Powell. No one. Oh, yeah, they can. Sorry, Josh and Evan can do that. Can beat that. So can Angle, and they don't. So Jacob can still go to 2. D'Anthony Melton. Someone's going to put 2 on that. That feels like a Jacob special. No, so Mitch is going to get Melton for $1, which is totally cool. Burnsy. Burnsy, what are you doing? Who are you picking? Then it's Josh and Evan before me. Aaron Gordon. People can come into 3 here. Will they? Don't know why they would. But this might at least get Burns to his 8th player. It's been a while. Welcome back to the draft, Alex Burns. Gets his 8th guy. Josh and Evan nominating. Dennis Schroeder. Well, you can definitely have that. I wouldn't want to spend more than $1 there, so that's okay. This is... Yeah, that's cool. He's going to start, very obviously. We have not got long left. My pick. Can we get Drummond for $1? Stashability. Don't need to use him every game. Alex Burns, you can eat shit. Why would you do that? I guess I'm not taking Andre Drummond. Angle, 1 player left, $3. Just whoever you want, put $3 on it. You can't be beaten. You just take who you want. Jalen Smith for $3. Stashability, waiting on a Vooch trade. Like it. Let's see what happens. He is out now. That means we've only got people who can go to 2. So Jacob has got 2 picks left. If he wants someone here, he can just put $2 on them and win them. So whoever he wants, he just puts a $2 bid and gets them. He threw Cam Johnson for $1. Josh and Evan can go get him at 2, which I would if I was Josh and Evan. And I would have taken Cam Johnson, hence why he was in my queue. All right, so this could be lucky here for Jacob. Well, it worked out. You got him for $1, so now he can go $2 over somebody else that he wants. Worked out. It was risky. Oh, risk. It's $1, man. Who cares? But if he had have just wanted Cam, he could have just gone 2 on him. Oh, great. Will he take Aaron Nesmith for $1? Wasn't going to touch him. Love that. Just one of the most mid fantasy contributors you can have in a Games Cap League. You just will never use him. I wouldn't have thought anyway. And Curran is about to... So Willie's done. Congratulations, Willie. Thank you for coming. We are... Alex still got 5 guys left. I got 3 guys left. 3 guys. Oh, no. Karis LeVert for $1. I am going to LeVert for $1. Struce ankle. Does something happen to Struce's ankle that I haven't seen yet? Is there news? I better go check that. Steph Castle for $1. Okay. Oh, here we go. Max Strus out 6 weeks. Where did that just happened? At least 6 weeks. Yuck. Don't know what that really does for the Cavs apart from big value on LeVert. So that's actually really, really smart, that pick. Now, what am I doing here? Do I take like a Wendell Carter? Malik Monk. Josh and Evan can take whoever they want, and so could Jacob. I'll put Kevin Porter. Oh, there you go. So Jacob takes him for 2. This will be the end for Jacob, taking Malik Monk. Josh and Evan have got $2. It's going to be just me and Alex going back and forward here. Westbrook. All right, that finishes him off. So now it's me. Who do I take? I will take Kevin Porter, but I think I might take... Okay. I'll take Kevin Porter. I'll take Wendell Carter. Is it really counting it down? No one can outbid anyone. I don't like that, Fantrax. You need to just make that quick. No one can outpick him or outdo me. At least it gives me a little bit of time to think about what my next one is. Oh, Wiggins. And Oubre, actually. Oubre. All right, Alex, you can take Grayson Allen. I had no interest. I've got 2 spots left. I've got Wendell Carter, Andrew Wiggins, and Kelly Oubre. I don't. I'll take Wendell. Give me a bit more rebounding. All right, let's just take Wendell. And then either Wiggins or Oubre. I'll be happy to get either one of those 2. I could take Nick Richards for the beginning of the year. Don't love it, though. These are just bench options, so I think, yeah. We're almost done. As you guys last through to almost 2.5 hours. Christian Brown, good. I absolutely no interest. What on earth? No. I think I'll take Wiggins. Yeah, I'll take Wiggins. But it's really good that I've got Dalton Knecht on my bench. Oh, that's sick. It's pretty awesome for me. I'll take Wiggins because I would 100% have taken Kelly Oubre with that other pick if I had to. I'll get Wiggins there. And now we just watch to see what Alex does with his final 3 selections. Some very interesting stuff in this draft. All right, so I'm done. So Burnsy is going to do what? It's not going to run the timer down at each one, is it? Nikola Jovic. It is. Come on. Fantrax, you got to fix that part up. There's no one left. Although I suppose it just gives him time to now think of his next pick, which again is a bit snake drafty, which is okay. Jovic, I don't think I would have done that. Oubre still there is stunning to me, and I'll be looking to put a bid on him. Maybe I just immediately drop Knecht, or if I find someone on injury tag, maybe I just do that. Rui, Alex has just got a very different idea about fantasy values than me, and that is cool as well. I wouldn't have taken half of these guys that he's taken. Is he going to take Buddy Hield next? He might. It means I've got to go and adjust the Cavs projections now that Strus is out. Who's he taking last pick? Last player in the auction. I've been talking here for 2.5 hours. And it's still only 8:30 in the morning. And he takes Kelly Olynyk. So Oubre did survive. Wow. Okay. So did Dick. So did Trey Mann. Huh. All right. There's my team. Luka Dončić, DeJounte Murray, Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown, DeMar DeRozan, Daniel Gafford, Alperen Şengün, Colin Sexton, Keontae George, PJ Washington, old mate Dalton Knecht, Kevin Porter Jr., Wendell Carter Jr., and Andrew Wiggins the first. That's my team. Good stuff, I think, I hope. And that's industry pickups. Auction 9-cat head-to-head league. Let's see how it all plays out. I'm going to go and get this edited, so to speak, but mainly just posted. Don't forget, in the meantime, there probably won't be another show coming today. I really doubt it. Got a full day of family stuff, baseball, all that stuff on today. And then tomorrow, big run of shows, including another real-life auction. So, that'll do it for me today. Guys, we are done here. Time for to wake up. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. See ya.